Hello students. In the previous session we discussed about your operators, right? Your arithmetic operators, your relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, conditional operators and data types, right? We also discussed about the variable declaration, how we can declare the variables, right? Now we will be discussing about your cin and your cout statement. Fine. Cin and cout statements are your input output statements, okay, of C++. Basically, like you must have done C language in your previous classes, right? So in C language we had printf and scanf, right? So those were also your input output statements. Similarly, cin and cout are also your input output statements, okay? The role of scanf was to scan the variables, right, to take the input, right? So the role which scanf used to do in C language, okay, cin does in C++, okay? Similarly, cout and your printf is doing the same task. Cin is the standard input statement of C++. It is used to accept the value from the user, like it takes the value from the user. Cin is used to accept an input from the user by the keyboard. For example, cin A is the variable, so you have to input the value for your A. Here cin is the C++ keyword and the variable A is used to store the value given by the user, and the value which you will be giving in place of A will be stored. Now cout. Cout is the standard output statement of your C++. It is used to print the statement on the screen. It is clear now, like what printf was doing in C language, cout is doing in C++. Basically it is used to print the output, okay, on the screen, that is enclosed within the double quotes. For example, cout, this is my first C++ program. Here cout is the C++ keyword and the statement enclosed in this double quotes, okay, within these double quotes, okay, that will be printed. Cout can also be used to print the value of a variable. For example, cout A, the value which we assigned for A will be printed. Now the structure of your C++ program, okay. Before you learn programming in C++, you must understand the structure. There is a by default structure, okay, of your C++ program. It starts with the same thing, like these backslashes, they are used for your comments, okay. This will not be printed in the program. So we have mentioned a comment over here on the very first line, my first C++ program, okay. Then from the next line you will be starting with #include iostream.h, #include conio.h, and if you are performing some mathematical functions in that, then you will be adding #include math.h, okay. So these are the files which you include, okay, fine. And this hashtag is your preprocessor, we'll be explaining in the further part. Then void main, you're starting the program, you mention void main, braces open. In this part you will be writing your program, okay, and when you will be like ending your program, okay, then you will be writing this getch. How you will start is clear screen, clr scr brackets semicolon cout, this is my first C++ program. Cout statements are written in double quotes, right, followed by your semicolon, getch for the return value, then bracket close, okay. My first C++ program, this is a comment line. All the lines begin with the 2/ signs are considered as comments. Whenever you are writing the statement which is like followed with your slashes, okay, that is your comment. These are not the part of the actual program. This will not be the actual program. This will not be the part of your actual program. Okay, when you will run the program, then these two slashes makes it ignore this when we are actually running the program. Then hash include iostream.h. The line begins with a hash sign. That hash sign is your preprocessor directive statement. Okay, like that is known as your preprocessor. That's that hash. The hash sign indicates the presence of a preprocessor to the compiler. In this case, the directive hash include iostream.h tells the processor to include the iostream standard files. Okay, iostream standard files are your input output files. Okay, input output library is basically included. This specific file iostream includes the declaration of the standard input output library in the C++ program, and it is included because its functionality is going to be used later in the program. .h indicates the header file. These are basically known as your iostream, conio, math, all these things. Okay, they are known as your header files. Okay, we include these header files so that we can access their operations which are already present there in our program. Like iostream.h, it is a header file, okay, which includes your input output statement library. Like C in, C out, they will only function, they will only perform their operation if you will be including your header file on the top. Okay, next, void main. This line is the beginning of the definition of the main function. Okay, the main function is the point where all the C++ programs start their execution. Basically, we all write the program under this main function. Okay, and we start from the main function. The word main is followed by a pair of parentheses. Next to the parentheses, the body of the main function is enclosed in your curly braces. Okay, it is basically followed by your parentheses, right? You can see here, and then curly braces are followed by that, in which you write the body of the program. Okay, whatever functions you have to perform, you will be writing under that curly braces. The code within these braces is what the function does when it is executed. Basically, the code, obviously that is the body that will be executed. Okay, so the main function will be written in that, and whenever you are executing the program, so that main part will be executed, which is present in your braces. The keyword void indicates that no result is returned back. Void means that no result will be returned back. It is null. Fine, void is used for the null category. Okay, cout, this is my first C++ program. This line is a C++ statement. Cout is the name of the standard output statement. Basically, this is your output statement. So this is your standard output statement, and which will only work if you will include hash include iostream.h. If you will only include this header file, then only the cout statement will work. And whenever we are writing a cout statement, we write it, the statement is written in your double quotes. Okay, cout is the name of the standard output statement in C++, and the meaning of the entire statement is to print the sequence of characters. In this case, this is my first C++ program on the monitor. The statement ends with the semicolon character, and whenever you are ending the statements, you will be ending them with the semicolons. You can see there. The file conio.h must be included in every program since it contains the detail of the function clearscreen and getch. See, conio.h is very important, okay, as it clears the screen after your execution of the program. Otherwise, your output will not be removed from there. Once you'll get the output, it will not be removed. So, clearscreen and getch, if you want them to work in your program, then you have to include that conio.h header file. Okay, clr scr is a function which is used to clear the screen, and getch is a function which causes the screen to pause till a key from the keyboard is pressed to change the status. Basically you have seen, no, that you get the output, and when you press another key, then the output is removed and you are back to your program. So that is because of the get ch. Okay, it holds the output screen for you. The pressed key is not enclosed on the screen. Compile link and execute the program. The output will be, this is my first C++ program. Okay, now your programs. See, the programs which are given in this book, okay, you have to write them in your notebook, okay, and you have to understand them also. I am making you understand here, okay, but what you will be doing is you will be downloading your C++, okay, and then you will be running these. You will be trying these programs, and if you find any problem, then you can directly contact me. Okay, see how you will be starting your program. The very first line will be #include iostream.h, #include conio.h, void main. It will remain same till there, void main, and then your parenthesis, then your curly brackets will start. From there, the very first thing is your CLR SCR, clear screen. Then int ABC. Okay, if you have to add two numbers, okay, then you need two numbers, right? And for the result also you need one number, you need one variable, right? So we will be needing here three variables, A, B, C. Okay, then you can predefine also the values. A 40, okay, semicolon. In another line also you can write, and it can be written in next to that first line also. B 50, then C is equals to A plus B. C out C, the value of C will be printed. Get ch, parenthesis, close, and you will be getting the result because C out C is written there. Okay, so AB value will not be there, and you will get the result 90. Fine. Same goes with your subtract. You will be taking three variables, A, B, C. You will predefine the value A 60, B 40, then C is equals to A minus B, and then C out C, the result will be given here 20. Okay, now to illustrate the use of your double quotes, how you will be using your double quotes. Fine. In the previous programs, what we were doing is we were like when we were adding two numbers, okay, so we predefined those numbers over there, and we were only printing the result over there, right? We were not telling the functionality, we were not telling what was the value for A, what was the value for B, okay, but here we will be telling the values of your A and B. How you will be doing is, very first thing, int ABC, you can write clear screen on top and then write integer ABC. A 25, B 35, C is equals to A plus B. Now what we were doing earlier was like C out C we were doing, and we were getting the output instantly. But now here we are taking the values also. C out A colon, how you want it to be printed on the screen, and then C out A, and then you are pushing the value. Then in the next line, C out B, how you want it to be printed, C out the value of B, okay, because it is not in the double quotes, okay, so the value will be, the variable value will be included here. Then C out C, okay, and then C out the value of your C, and ये /n is used to move to the next line, okay, /n is basically used to move to the next line, and then get ch close string, and the result will be 25, 35 and your 60. The string enclosed in double quotes is displayed as it is, while in the second case the value of the variable is displayed. I told you that here when you're writing it in the double quotes, it will be displayed similarly, same way. Then A, it will be picking up the value from the variable over here. /n is basically here to move to the next line on the output screen, right? If you would not have used this /n, okay, then you would have got the result like this. You're getting it like this because of this /n, okay, fine. So the next programs we'll be doing in the next session. Okay, thank you students. And if you find any problems in this programming, okay, then you can directly contact me, okay, on my number, fine, and I'll revert you over there. Okay, thank you so much.